pointing. Some of your actions will have sorry, it's a mobile phone. You should change your So, what I was going to say is that, yeah, there are really different ways of playing this game depending on how you deal with a situation when you fail, when you succeed in these different versions. So some of your actions have dramatic consequences on the story, which will really affect greatly what's going to happen. And the most dramatic one is to lose one character. But some decisions you make just change the story, but not actually just affect the whole scene. Sometimes it's the next scene, sometimes it's going to have consequences 10 scenes later. Some other actions have local consequences. It's going to change the way you play the current scene. And some actions don't have consequences. They just change the scene itself and the characterization of the story you want to tell here locally, but it doesn't have dramatic consequences. So I don't have really a good answer for you on this question. Another question?
Do you believe games are considered art, or do you think they have potential to be, or is it never possible, or is it even necessary for them to consider art?
Okay, then we start the controversial part of the presentation. My personal belief. My personal belief is that there are two ways of thinking about games. You can think about games like toys or entertainment, which means that basically what you do is just you want to spend some time having fun. This is what toys do. This is what entertainment does in general, and that's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. On the other hand, you can start to think about games and interactivity in general as an art form, as at least a creative platform to express different types of ideas. So then, in this situation, the goal is not fun. It's to make you feel something, even if it's not pleasant. We got a very interesting experience with Heavy Rain at the moment because we go through user tests. So we got dozens and dozens of people coming, playing the game, criticizing it. It's a very interesting experience as a game creator. And what we realized is the way people talk about Heavy Rain, they don't get excited all the time. Say, oh wow, this is cool, like if they were playing an action game. They go through even unpleasant moments when they feel really uneasy or uncomfortable or very sad or very depressed. And of course there are moments where they feel excited, where they feel empathy, when they feel very positive feelings. And the way they describe the experience is that, okay, they didn't smile all the way and get excited, but they had this very interesting experience. But even when you watch a movie, a good movie is not necessarily a movie where you laugh all the time or you get excited on the chair all the time. It's something that makes you go through different types of emotions. And this is what we're trying to achieve with Heavy Rain. Whether it's going to be called art, honestly, I don't really care. It's not so much about calling myself an artist and feeling proud about it. I don't care. I just try to trigger different types of emotions and try to do something different.
Hi there. Are you going to be using trophies? Are you going to be using trophies as an incentive to replay through the game in different ways?
Some people will, I'm sure. I'm not sure I absolutely want people to play the game 10 times. I know this is weird to say for a game creator, but I like the idea that you play it once, and you will never know what would have happened if you play differently. Because this is a bit what life is about, I think. So, but if you want to replay it, well, you can really replay it if you want to see all endings and all paths and all scenes and get all trophies. Well, you can probably play it.
If you only want people to play it once, though, they might not appreciate it. None of that that you put in.
Yes, they do. Again, because what is very interesting, again, I'm just in the middle of user test at the moment, something to talk about that. It's the first time people play the game, I'm sure. so it's very interesting for us. And they played the scene, and then during the break, they talked to other players. And one of them had a scene with Shelby where Shelby could really be confronted to a top guy, and there was a very spectacular scene. And one of the testers totally missed it. He played the scene totally differently, and then probably said it. So they talked to his friend at the break. He said, "Oh, well, that was a cool scene. Oh yeah, did you win or did you lose the tie?" And say, "Oh my God, I mean, there was a fight here." And I'm sure that gamers will talk to each other, whether directly or on the internet, and they will want to replay the scene, and you will want to see this fight. So he's going to replay the scene. I'm pretty much sure. And there are some sex scenes. I'm sure everybody will want to see them. Totally, isn't it?
David?
Yeah, where are you? Hello.
Actually, my question was about the sex scenes. Considering there was a moment in Fahrenheit, with at least one moment with the sex scene, the media tends to fixate on any moments of sex in video games, like Mass Effect, Fox News debacle. I suppose my question is, how are you preparing to, in any way, divert the media attention away from just fixating on sex and saying, look, this is just one element of the game, or in other questions?
That's a very good question. On my side as a game creator, I got one very simple rule. Very simple. Everything is allowed, no limit. As long as it makes sense in the story. As long as it's not prodigious. If you do just sex for the sake of sex, then that's not fine. And same thing with violence. If you have a very gory scene with the blood and stuff, and you put more blood than what is actually needed to convey the emotion you want to create, then you're on the other side. It becomes prodigious, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't bring anything to the experience. So, Heavy Rain is so much not about sex and violence, it's about the characters and the emotion, the love of father for his son. That even if Fox News come and play the game and say, "Oh, this game is about sex," I mean, the whole community of gamers, I'm sure, will stand up and throw stones at them. That's what I hope. Hey, I count on you guys, okay? We got the names of the people in this room, and we're going to call them. I just want to say this is really a ridiculous situation, to be honest with you. I'm working on an 18 plus title, 18 plus. When you're 18, you know that men and women are different. And you won't be shocked for the rest of your life because you use some needles. Because obviously you had a clue about this before, even if you didn't have a concrete experience, probably you got a theory about it. I mean, 18 plus, I mean, what do we have to hide to people who are 18 plus? I mean, what? I mean, you can do anything. If I was a movie director, you could do pretty much anything. And but being a game creator, I've got so many limits. And I think that the problem comes from the fact that society in general considers that games are for kids. And no matter what you do, even if you say, look, it's 18 plus, you need to be an adult, it's written on the box. It's not for kids. They don't get it.
Amen.
But, yeah. But, and then you start to have discussions about, yes, but you know, parents, they don't know about the rating system. And yeah, well, okay, but you know, there are porn movies on the cable. If you don't watch your kids, if you don't take care of them, if you don't pay attention to what they're doing, they may end up in front of a porn movie. And yes, this is an issue. But same thing with games. There's nothing different. So this is a very frustrating situation, especially but at the same time, you can't always blame politics and society, because I think we have some responsibility in this situation, us, the development community, because some games went way over the top in a very vulgar and stupid way. And we all pay the price for it, all of us. Each time a game developer wants to do something honestly and he has a very good idea and that pushes a little bit the boundary, he will be confronted with people thinking about video games like, oh, this is